Hey guys, it's me Chase, and I'm back with another tutorial for a super nice bracelet created once again by one of our favorite designers. Her name is Jazz's Looms, or JC Looms, or Yahtzee Looms. So it really depends on how that's pronounced. I have to check with her soon because I want to make sure I say it right. Anyway, this was created by Miss Jasmine, okay, Jazz's Looms on Instagram, and I am so excited because I love this design so much. If you notice, they look like completely different bracelets depending on the bands you use and depending on which part you want to highlight. So let me just show you. This is the first one where I used combination of glitter and limited edition. So the only flat band I have here is the glitter. And for this, I actually did want to highlight the center, wherein you can see the crossing of the bands right there. And then for this one, I used a mix of Egyptian and limited edition and medieval. So I wanted to highlight the sides, the white, if you notice. Of course, I wanted to show the other details, but here the white stands out and the way it comes across around that way. And then here, I simply just wanted to give it a different look, like breaking the color in the middle, because you have like 3 purples and then I have a gold, 3 purples and then I have a gold. This is actually a really nice look. Ta-da! So it's sort of like it gives you a different feel. So anyway, I love this bracelet so much, and I think you guys are gonna love it. Look at the sides. They're just not just regular fishtail borders. Sorry, if you noticed, there is actually super nice detail on the sides too, and it's done differently, and you will know why, and you will see the medieval. It comes out on the sides too. So the beautiful details of this bracelet is just unbelievable. There's so many ways. Look at that. They look nice. I used the zebra stripe together with the sweets black and the royal purple and champagne gold. Okay, so you can actually do that. And here also, if you noticed, I highlighted the red, which you sometimes do not notice here. Well, there's yellow here, which is noticeable, but here the red looks beautiful because you can see it in the center too. See? So it depends. So you might as well already pick what bands you want to highlight for what part, but I think you will end up like me, making so many because I think I'm going to make 2 more of these. I just love them. So I remember the Cradle Gently also have beautiful sides, and here is another design that has beautiful sides. I love it because these parts get neglected and now they're getting highlighted, so you can only wear it sideways. So anyway, here we go. Sorry for the long introduction. This is again a bracelet called I Wanna Swing from the Chandelier. The Chandelier, I can't reach it. Okay, it's called Chandelier, okay, by Jazz's Looms. So here we go. Chandelier by Jazz's Looms. Okay, so for this particular bracelet, what I'm going to do is, for the center that you see, this one, I will be using my Egyptian gray. And then for the sides, wherein you see that white that goes like that, okay, I'll be using my sweets red. Hopefully it comes out. And then for the curling, the black that you see, okay, you'll notice that black, it actually goes in here and then it curls outwards. It will be my medieval red. And then for the medieval silver purple that you see, that yellow, see that yellow? Yeah, that is going to be cylindrical black for me. Okay, so let's get started. So your first band will be, the first one that I'll be using will be my center. So I'll be creating my double cap band because you know me, I like it strong. Okay, so you create first your very first link by putting your first band there and then putting the cap band there. And then we start this, doing the standard by catching one part of that cap band. Remember, so you reclaim one part of the cap band and then you close it. And then the first band that you will add will be the ones crossing in the middle. So the first one is the Egyptian gray. So you unloop the first band and the cap band, and then you reclaim this first band you're holding. Reclaim that and then close. Okay, and then the second band that you will put, because you're putting a total of 3, The second band you will put will be that, you see that white curling there? Okay, that's going to be my sweets red. So that's my second band. You can actually do this all in the same color, it's up to you, but I just feel like it's better to highlight each part, because like here, I think I did it beautifully. Super highlighted the parts. So that's my second band, the sweets red, which are the curls. Not curls, but those white bands. Now I will be adding my black part, the one that curls outwards, and that's going to be medieval red for me. So you have 3 bands on each side. See? So I have just added my center, that white part, which is my sweets red, and then the black cylindrical, which is my medieval red. Okay, so we now go to the other side and repeat the same bands. So my first band was, we reclaim the other side of that cap band first, and then you close it, and then you add your first, which is the Egyptian gray, unloop, and then reclaim the first band, and then close. Okay, then the second color again, which is the one that you want to go like that, the white one. You place it on your hook. It's for me the sweets red. Unloop the 2 bands and reclaim the first one. Then you close. And then the last band, which is the medieval red, is the one that curls outwards like that, the black one. You get your medieval red. Unloop the 2 and reclaim the last one. Like that, and then close. So you have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You should have 10 bands on your hook. Okay, 10. So now we shall go to the center color, which is going to be under these 6 bands. By center color, I mean, sorry, but not really center. So confusing. But anyway, it's that red that crosses, and for me it's going to be cylindric black. Okay, so you will remove these first 2 with this black. So just push this a bit off, okay, and then you remove those 2 with the black, and unloop the 6 bands, the 6 center bands. So that's 2, 4, and 6. Okay, now you will reclaim everything. Reclaim all of it again. This is a bit tricky, and then get and close all the 3 again. So what you have is your cylindric black in under the 6 bands right there. Okay, this is a bit tricky and hard to demonstrate on camera, but I would like for you to listen carefully. Okay, we are supposed to switch the 3rd and the 4th band. By switching them, it means the black will be on top of the medieval. Okay, so what will happen is that you remove this like that, and then you will put the black on top of it. So the arrangement is supposed to be like that. So you see, so you're under these 5, but you switch that, so you're now on top of the silver. Same thing for the other side. You remove this, pull it down, and then pull the cylindric black on top of it and cross. Okay, I am just showing this to you for purposes of you knowing what the arrangement should be for that part. So now you will notice, I think I need to zoom in closer, huh? Okay, hold on, you have to move closer. Not too close. Well, anyway, fine. You will see my ugly nails and fingers. Okay, so now you will see that we switch the silver and the black. So the black is now on top of the 2 medieval silvers, and you will notice you only have 4 now in the center that's on top of the black. Okay, so do not get confused. Now another step that you need to do is in the center you have these 2 colors, and you have to make sure that they are crossed, and they will always have to be crossed the same way. So now you've crossed these bands on the sides and the 2 bands in the center. And then now when you separate, you unloop 1 set on each side. Okay, so now those are your 2 parts to unloop on your new band. Okay, and this is the part where you start the pattern. You start adding your 2 center bands again, which are the gray. After the gray, you add these on each side again, and then you add the medieval red, and then you go back to the black. Okay, so that's our pattern. You get, let's remove these, so you have 2 grays. Okay, and then you have 2 sweets, and then you have 2 medieval reds, then you have the cylindric black. Hopefully that still be seen in the camera. So that is our pattern, little boys and girls. Excuse me. Okay, so this is the beginning, but you have to remember the steps change. So now we start with step 1. Step 1, you get your gray, place it on your hook, and you unloop all of these 6 bands without changing the sequence. Okay, so what I do is I hold these 4 first, then I unloop them like that, keeping this order there, and then you unloop the 2 just like that. Okay, so you now have the 6 there. The only one that you will be reclaiming are this 4th rather. So you count from here 1, 2, 3, and 4, counting with the cylindric black as well. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you reclaim the 4th, skipping the 2nd, and reclaiming 1 and 2. So you reclaim 1 and 2 like that. Okay, but before you close that, you will unloop the 3rd band, this one. So you lift it and you unloop. When it's a flat band, make sure it's flat and it does not twist. Okay, once it's unlooped, you close. Okay, so you repeat the same step on the other side. So you turn your hook around, turn the hook around. That was my very first song. Okay, so you now get your next gray. I'm not gonna remove this here, okay, so you can see the pattern all the time. You get your next gray, and you unloop these again, 4, and first 4, and then the 2 again. So 6, total of 6. Okay, there, and then you reclaim 1, 2, and 4. So 4, 2, and 1. Do not close first, because you will first unloop the 3rd band outwards, and that's when you close. Ta-da! You're done with step 1. Step 2 is now going to the sweets part. Okay, so we now go the sweets part. So you get your sweets band, your 2nd band, and this is very easy already. You unloop these 3, those 3, and simply reclaim the 1st band. No problemo. Okay, and then you go to your medieval red, unloop the first 2, and reclaim this 1st one, and then you close. Okay, then you go to the other side and repeat the same steps. It's not very difficult. It's actually just in the beginning where you think it might be difficult, but it's actually not. Okay, so you get your sweets red again, and then you unloop the 3, and then you close it. Then you get your medieval red, and you unloop the 3. If you're getting confused, I suggest you use the same type of colors. It doesn't have to be sweet red or medieval red. Just get what's closest so that you can get the concept first. Then you do your own colors, okay? That's how I always do it. I follow the same colors first. Then once I get the pattern memorized, then I already know what to do. Okay, there you go. And now we do the last step, which is adding the black. They look like ice now. Oh my god, that's so scary. Look at that. Looks like a face. Yeek. Okay, so you get your cylindric black again, and we again put it under the 6. So place your black against the first two. It's easy to remember, right? I think it's very easy to remember. And loop the 6 bands in the middle. And loop the 6 bands in the middle. Okay. That's beautiful. Love the color scheme of this one. Okay, and then reclaim all of those 6 again. Reclaim. Oops. Reclaim, 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 reclaim. Reclaim, 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 reclaim. Okay, so rearrange it and just make sure it's correct. Okay, I remember I taught you to switch it in the beginning. So what I do, so that it doesn't really confuse me, it's not that difficult, okay? What I do, I just switch this first, because I already know the pattern anyway. So once you get the pattern into your mind, all you have to do is just switch one side first. So you switch the black and the medieval, put the black over the medieval, like that, okay? Then I already start unlooping. So we're back to step 1, okay? We will just cross this as we unloop. Okay, I'm sure you know what I mean when we do it. So you get your gray, because we're going back to the medieval, to the Egyptian gray now. So you get your gray, your Christian gray, and then you unloop the first 3, 4, 5, and before you unloop the 6th band, all you have to do is just skip this one, so it gets crossed. I'm sure you know what I mean. So since you crossed right over left, it should always be right over left. So it should always be this right over left. See? So sometimes you don't have to cross it immediately so that you don't get confused. It's just when you unloop it. Okay? Here, sorry. Then we pick up 1, 2, and 4 again. So you pick up number 4 and number 1 and 2. There. And then you just pull on it a bit, and then you unloop, and then you close. Ta-da! Okay. All right. So we now move to the other side. Okay. And if you will notice, here it got mixed up a bit. You don't have to worry, because here it's easy. All you have to do is to just put this red over the black again, because remember the black is supposed to be under, so it got switched a bit when we moved the hook. Okay, so that's the situation now. So what you do is to just simply put the black over the medieval. Okay, if ever that confuses you, then later on let's just do the first version. So that's supposed to be how it is. So you have 2 bands, and then you have your center band, the black band there, then you have your medieval silver. Okay, so let's get your gray, unloop the 3 bands, and then the 4th, and then the 5th, and the 6th band, this one. Ta-da! And then you reclaim 1, 2, and 4. Okay, 4, 2, and 1 right there. Pull in the medieval a bit, and then unloop. Okay, someone called. I got caught. Okay, anyway, so there we are. We have already closed that last spot. Okay, so we now go to, oh yeah, adding the side bands. I almost got confused there. So we've already added the center, so we now go back to adding the sweets and this medieval again. So you get your sweets, okay, add it, and then reclaim this first one. Get your medieval, unloop the 2, and reclaim the first one. And then you go to the other side. Unloop the 3 bands and reclaim the first one, and then close. Get your medieval and loop the first 2, and you close. Okay, and then we go back to adding the black for under the 6. Okay, so you get your black, remove the first 2, and unloop the 6 middle bands. Right, 6, and then reclaim, and then you close. Okay, so we're back to step 1. Ta-da! So for those who got a little bit confused with my concept earlier, let's go back to the basic instructions. Okay, so from step 1, before you start with step 1, you have to rearrange the bands first. So what you do is you switch these 2. So you remove the medieval from there, and then cross the band, the black band over, and that's how it's supposed to look. Okay, it's hard to film. Okay, there. Then you do the same for this side. So you remove this medieval, then you switch over the black like that. There you go. Okay, switcheroonie. Okay, and then you will get into these middle 2 bands and cross them again the same way these others are crossed, and it's right over left. So this is the right over the left, and you cross. There you go. Okay, so now you have 6 here and 6 on the other side, and we now start with step 1 again. So you go back to the medieval, to the Egyptian gray in the center, these center bands, and you unloop these 6, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. And then you reclaim 1, 2 and 4. So reclaim this 1 and 2, and then you just tug on the medieval a bit and unloop, then you close. Okay, then you go to the other side and do the same. So just check that your order is correct. So you're supposed to have your medieval, your sweets, your cylindric, medieval, and then your sweets again, and that other Egyptian gray. So you have 6. So get your gray again, center band, and unloop the 6 bands. This is step 1. Okay, and then before you close it, you will pick up number 4, number 2, and number 1. And then you pick up the 3rd band and unloop it, and then you close. So your first step is actually so easy, like that. Followed by step 2, which is adding your sweets band. Unloop the 3, pick up the first band. And then step 3 is adding the medieval, unloop the first 2, and reclaim band number 1 again. Ta-da! And then you go to the other side. And then you will go back to step 2, add the sweets, unloop the first 3, reclaim the first band, and then close. It is so fun, I love this bracelet. And then step 3, medieval, and loop the first 2, and then you close. Ta-da! And you're done again, and you're going back to the beginning. Actually, no, step 1, 2, 3. Oh, step 4. Step 4 is the black band. Sorry, I'm not yet done. So, we remove the first 2 with your black band, unloop, and place the 6 bands on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, just like that. Okay, and then you reclaim the 6. Reclaim all of the 6 bands, and then you close. And you're back to the start. Now this is the real start, okay? But like I said, before you start looping, you do the switcheroo. You switch the second and third, sorry, the third and fourth. So you remove this medieval and put the black over the medieval. Just like this. Like that. Then you do the same on the other side. So you put the black over the medieval. Just like that. So remember the order later when you make it. And then the middle, you cross these two, right over left. Right over left. Okay. And you're ready. So we go back to step 1. Okay. I think you are getting it. I hope so. So step 1 is adding the middle again, which is the Egyptian gray. So you get your Egyptian gray and unloop these 6 bands. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wanna swing from the chandelier. The chandelier. I can't reach it. It's hard. I wanna reach it. Chandelier. Okay, I can't sing. I'm horrible. So now we've reclaimed. Oh, sorry. Now we have to unloop the last band, and then you close it. Not the last band. That was the third band. Okay, and then we repeat the same steps to the other side. Okay. I just unlooped the 6 bands, and I'm sure you know what I mean. So you have your 6 bands, but look what happened. This one got switched. So never forget that the order should be arranged properly. So you have your medieval here. That center band, those black bands, or whatever color you're adding, this fourth, if it gets switched again, should always be on top of this. Just in case you get surprised, why is my bracelet looking wrong? Okay, maybe it got switched. So it's supposed to be like that. The black is over the silver all the time. Okay, so you get your gray, Egyptian gray, and then loop the 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, and then another 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. At least that I can sing. Okay. Then you reclaim the first, the second, and the fourth again. So the fourth, the second, and first. And then you unloop the third outwards and close. And then you go to the next step, the second step, which is adding your sweets and your medieval again. So that you don't get confused, you will always see that from the center 2, you don't touch those. From this 3, you don't know what to add because you will see this. It's your first band here and your second band there. So this first band to add would be the sweets, and then the second band would be the silver. So just a tip. Okay, so you go back to your sweets and then loop the 3 bands and reclaim the first one. Reclaim this first, just 1. Close. And then you get your medieval silver. You unloop the 2. And then you close again. Like that. Okay, then you go to the other side. get your sweet thread and unloop these 3. And then you proclaim the first one and close. Then you get your medieval, unloop the first 2, you claim the last one, and then you close. I'm here. Sorry, I was just arranging my bands. I zoned out because I was trying to fix it. Sorry. Okay, so there. So we will now go to the last step, which is adding the center band for this 6. So you remove the first 2, then you unloop the 6 bands, and then you reclaim the 6 bands again. So you unloop those 6 and you will reclaim them again, just like that, and then you close. See? There. And then you do the switcheroo. Okay? So you switch the medieval and put the black over it. Okay? And then same for the other side. Put the black over it. Okay, and then you go to the middlemost part and you switch you switch these 2 like that. Okay, and you're ready to start. So I will do it one last time because I have a feeling that you get it already, and then I will show you how to close it. Okay, so going back to step 1, you will get your Egyptian gray and unloop these 6 bands. 1 2 3 1 2 3 3 6 bands. Right there. Okay, and reclaim 1 2 and 4. So you reclaim number 4, number 2, and number 1. Okay, and then you tug on the medieval and unloop, and then you close. Okay, then you go to the other side and repeat the same steps of reclaiming the 6 bands. Not reclaiming, but unlooping the 6 bands. What I say, reclaiming. Rawr. Okay, so you get your Egyptian gray, and then unloop the 6 bands again. So you get the 4th, the 2nd, and the 1st. Okay, and then you tug on the 3rd and unloop it, and then you close. Ta-da! Okay, so basically that's it. Once you have actually reached the length, the desired length for your bracelet, all you have to do is to simply stop right there. So you don't add any more bands, additional bands. What you will do is to get whatever color you started with or whatever is in your sensor. Okay, all you have to simply do is cross these 2 middle bands the same way you did with this one. So it's since it's the other way around, you have to follow whatever is on top. So the left band is on top, so you cross this. Okay, cross it like that. Okay, and then you will get 1 gray for this first 4, and then loop the 4 bands. Okay, then you close it. Okay, then you get another gray, and then just remove these first two and then loop the next four. Okay, so now you have them 4 bands right there, still crossed. Okay, then from there you just get a single band and close it. You got a single band and you're done. This is a beautiful bag charm. Just kidding. There you go. So you've got your chandelier bracelet done. See, and then put your C-clip there. Okay, so this is a super pretty bracelet. I'm super in love with it. I like it so much. Look at how beautiful those details are. Yeah, you agree? Yeah. Wow, so beautiful. Look, I love it. Okay, so this is the beautiful I wanna swing from the chandelier here, the chandelier here. I was able to reach it. Okay, so this is the beautiful chandelier bracelet by Jazz's Looms on Instagram. It's super beautiful, and look at the sides. Okay, so I'm sure you guys are gonna enjoy it. This is a beautiful little design. I cannot say it enough. So please make sure to make it, and when you make it, please don't forget to hashtag Jace Alvarez chandelier bracelet, Jace Alvarez 5, sorry, Jace Alvarez 5 chandelier bracelet, and Jazz's Looms on Instagram, because we are so excited to see what you can do with this. Okay, because this is a really beautiful, interesting design. So I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye. I wanna swing from the chandelier, the chandelier.